Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into War Thundermobile. Let's see what chaos we can create on the battlefield. Let's talk armor, the thing that keeps our crew alive a little longer on the battlefield. The T-34 1940 comes with sloped frontal armor, giving it a good chance to bounce shots even if it's only 28 to 45 millimeters thick in places. Specifically, its front hull is decently protected, good against low-tier guns, but don't expect miracles against heavy-caliber shells. The turret armor is rounded and can absorb a few hits, but flanking shots are deadly. However, side and rear armor are weak, clearly marked in red, so avoid getting flanked at all costs. As for the rest of the platoon, T-34 1941 has slightly improved front armor, a bit more durable in direct engagements. T-280 has armor, but it's flat and outdated, making it an easy target from almost every angle. This one to Katyusha, don't even think about armor. One machine gun burst and she's toast to stay back and let it rain rockets. Bottom line, your best defense is speed. Angle your armor and don't let enemies get behind you. Remember, armor isn't just thickness, it's also about angle. The T-34 slope design gives it an edge over boxy tanks. Use that to your advantage. T-34 1940. We are taking a look at the T-34 1940, the first version of one of the most legendary tanks in history, and in War Thundermobile it is a beast when played right. First up, let's talk about firepower. This tank is armed with a 76.2mm cannon with 78mm of penetration. That is more than enough to knock out most tanks at this tier with a clean shot to the hull or turret. Reload speed is solid, around 7 seconds, so you can stay aggressive and keep the pressure on enemies without giving them time to breathe. Now let's move to armor. The T-34 1940 has sloped armor on the front, which means even though it's not super thick, it can still bounce shots if angled properly, especially against early game enemies. The turret is rounded, so sometimes it deflects shells too, but don't get too confident because the side and rear armor are weak and flat, so if anyone gets behind you, it's over fast. As for mobility, this tank is fast with a top speed of over 50 km/h. It moves like a medium tank should, letting you flank, push and reposition without trouble. This combo of firepower, armor and speed makes the T-34 1940 one of the most flexible tanks in the early game. Only carry 15 to 20 bullets if you don't want to go back to the garage. T-34 1941. We are jumping straight into the upgraded version of the classic Soviet medium tank, the T-34 1941. This is not just a reskin, it is a serious improvement and one of the most balanced tanks in the early mid-tiers of War Thundermobile. Starting with firepower, we are still rocking the 76.2mm cannon with the same 78mm of penetration. This gun is reliable, fast reloading, and super effective at dealing with light and medium tanks. Just aim center mass and send them back to the garage. But where this tank starts to shine is the armor. The frontal armor is thicker than the T-34 1940 and still has that awesome slope, so if you angle it just right, you will bounce a ton of shots, especially from light tanks or poorly aimed shells. The turret armor is also improved, a bit more rounded and slightly thicker, meaning you can peek over ridges or trade shots better than before. Mobility is just as good. You are still flying around the battlefield at over 50 km/h, which means you can get to key positions fast, pull off flanks, or escape bad fights if needed. Overall, this tank is tough, fast, and dangerous, perfect for aggressive players who know when to strike and when to fall back. Alright, time for the pro tips. Tip number 1. Always angle your front armor. The sloped plate is your best defense, and if you keep it angled about 30 degrees, you will bounce a surprising number of shells. Tip number 2. Use the speed to take strong positions. Early rush to hills, flanks, or sniping spots before the enemy gets there and set up ambushes. Tip number 3. Never sit still. This tank is powerful, but if you park in the open, you are asking to get sniped. Keep moving, shoot, relocate, and keep them guessing. Tip number 4. Prioritize enemy weak spots. Even though your gun is decent, it cannot pen heavy armor well, so go for side shots, ammo racks, or the back of turrets for best results. Tip number 4. Prioritize enemy weak spots. Even though your gun is decent, it cannot pen heavy armor well, so go for side shots, ammo racks, or the back of turrets for best results. Tip number 5. Work with teammates. This tank is great solo, but even better with backup. If you have a teammate drawing fire, you can sweep in and clean up without taking damage. T-260. We're diving deep into the T-26E, one of the most underrated light tanks in War Thunder Mobile, and yeah, I know it looks small and kinda slow, but trust me, this little guy can do work if you play it right. So let's start with the basics. The T-26E is a modified version of the classic Soviet T-26, but with extra armor bolted on the front and sides, which gives it a bit more survivability than the regular version. You're not gonna win any races with this tank. It's slow both in movement and turret rotation, so forget about rushing into the fight or flanking like a madman. But here's the thing, the gun is actually pretty good. You get a 45mm cannon with solid penetration for its steer and a fast reload, so if you catch someone off guard you can take them out before they even know what hit them. Now let's talk armor real quick. Yes, it has extra plates, and yes, it can sometimes bounce small caliber rounds from bad angles, but dude, this is still a light tank, so don't rely on armor to save you. If you show your side or get hit by a high velocity shell, you're done. So how do you play the T-26E? Here are some pro tips. Tip number 1, always keep your distance, stay behind cover, and use the good gun handling to take shots from range. Don't push up front line, you're not built for that. Tip number 4, use teammates as meat shields. Not even kidding, stick with your squad and let the big boys take the hits while you dish out damage from behind. And finally, bonus tip, never go solo into open fields. That's just asking to get one-shotted by a guy camping in a bush. Trust me, been there, done that. If you found this video helpful, or if you just love watching tanks go boom, then do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment below telling me your favorite Soviet tank, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new War Thunder Mobile video. Thanks for watching, stay sharp out there, and I will see you on the battlefield.